Window after that, purchase and recruit. Now this shows you, this is a very important window because this is where you're going to buy your soldiers. Scientists and engineers, you'll always have those. They don't show up in the base when it's under attack. The soldiers do though, so make sure you have enough to cover your ass. There's more items on here that we don't have in our general stores, such as these tanks with heavy weapons. I want to know what the HWP stands for. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Yeah, so you have tanks here. Scroll down, different kinds of ammo for different guns. Here we have incendiary rockets for the rocket launcher. Those are fun. Proximity grenades, high explosives, stun rods, and electro flares. You don't really need a stun rod. It's good for taking out aliens and keeping them alive. Electro flares, those are definitely needed. We're gonna order maybe about 24 of those for nighttime missions and such. So that's okay. And now the order is out there, and it's going to take a while, a few days for it to come in. I'm actually not sure how long it takes for an order to come in. It doesn't say, but yeah. Next window is sell, selling items or sacking your soldiers, engineers, or scientists. So it shows you everything that's in your base already, again, and shows you the value of each of these items, how many you have, and what the item is that you're looking at. So if you wanted to, for example, sell a few Stingray missiles, you just click up on this. It'll show you on the side there. The value of your sales, the total, will be shown up here. And how much funds you currently have is, of course, on right there. So we're going to cancel. Geoscape. Geoscape takes us back to this globe view. As you can see, there's a nighttime and a daytime. It's really cool they got this working. I mean, for a game that was made in 1994, I mean, I find this to be fairly advanced. The graphics may not be impressive to you. I personally, I like games with pixelated graphics. It takes me back to simpler times, and it just, you know, it doesn't only look simple, but it does have a certain aesthetic charm to it that is not present in like AAA titles. So here we're gonna start with this menu now. Intercept. This shows you all your ships currently stationed in your base or in whichever bases you have. If you want to send a ship out, you click on one of them like I just did, and then you can send it either to a mission point or really anywhere on the map, even on the ocean, and it'll tell you target waypoint. It only says waypoint because there's nothing really there. So you can have it patrol areas to see if there's UFOs around, or you know, you can have them waiting for a mission. If you can predict where a UFO is going to be, you can have them waiting for them over there, but they lose fuel pretty quickly, unless, you know, maybe later on you can get some better ships. You can also click on your base, because when you have multiple bases and you click intercept, you're gonna have every single fucking ship in here, and you don't really want to have to sort through all that. So next window is graphs. God, this takes me back to school. I don't like this feeling. So, well, we'll start with the top. You can view UFO activity in areas. You can view UFO activity in countries. XCOM activity in areas. XCOM activity in countries. And what they mean by areas is, as you can see on the left side, it's like continental or more vague, not so defined of an area such as a country. And it appears that there's only a few countries which actually give a shit about XCOM and their program. So we're gonna leave this alone. Next up, we have income and finance. Now, income and finance is, and especially finance, is quite different from these, obviously. When you look at finance, you can take a look at your total score, your balance, your maintenance, expenditure, and income. Now my income has been staying very high up, and this is good. That's what you want. You don't want your expenditures to exceed your income, and neither do you want your maintenance. You know how this shit works. I'm sure you're smart. So you can turn on multiple of these or turn them off, you know, viewing whatever fucking information you want. Go into this one. In income, you can set up what country is paying, like, so, see, look at this. Let's see, who's giving me the most money right now? The US. The US is paying the most money, and second up, I think, was Japan. Huh. So I take it I'm probably an organization from a first world country that was built in a first world country, even though I started out in Egypt. Okay. Everything else, you know, there's really not much to see until you play the game more. You can view the total. See, oh, there was UFO activity? Where in the world did this happen? Probably, let's check out North Africa. No, not there. Southern Africa? Nope. Europe? Where in the hell was it? Oh, okay, we have some activity in South America. Some activity in Antarctica. There's really not much. Southeast Asia. Central Asia. Okay, I understand. So it bunches it all up. When you click on total, it bunches up however much activity there is, and just it shoots it way up there, so it collects every single one. You know, I mean, total means total, right? Okay, so when you click on this last button, that takes you back to the Geoscape. Next up, we have the UFOpedia. Take a look in here. You can see XCOM craft and armament, heavy weapons platforms, blah 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 blah, so on. When you click on one of them, it'll show you information for whatever item you select. So for the Sky Ranger, and look, it comes with a cool picture. It has a little description and some statistics on the side, or attributes. Troop Transporter, the fastest of its kind, with vertical takeoff and landing VTOL capability. Very cool. Interceptor, combat aircraft with dual pulse detonation engines and specially shielded electronic systems, the best available Earth-based technology. So that explains why this shit's expensive. Anyhow, yeah, you can take a look at all this shit if you want to. Weapons and equipment. You can look at, and it has a picture of what it looks like in the inventory. Rifle, heavy cannon, autocannon, rocket launcher. Shows you the damage on the side here, and of each type of ammo. The accuracy of the weapon, how many time units it costs. I'll explain that later. Now what's cool is that you see how it says alien artifacts, alien life forms, alien research. You're like, that sounds interesting. I want to check that out. You're like, no, you can't, because you haven't researched any of it. You actually have to go out onto the battlefield and start recovering some alien artifacts in order to actually research and be given the details on what it is that you're researching. So UFOs, there's nothing. UFO components, there's going to be nothing as far as the alien paraphernalia goes. Next window is options. Obviously, you have load game, save game, abandon game, and cancel. Cancel takes you back to the Geoscape. We're going to save real quick in slot 1, and we're going to save it as play globe 1. And the reason why I put globe there is so that we know we're on the world map.